I took a poll and asked if you preferred a French entree or a French dessert, and you chose something pretty sexy. I'm gonna give it to you. Welcome back to Bourdain.
Everybody should know how to use a knife.
Use everything, waste nothing.
Let's start at the beginning. It ain't that hard, okay?
I'm Mitch May, and I am learning how to cook French with Anthony Bourdain's Layout Cookbook. If you don't know who the guy is, get the f out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Today's recipe, we have poached pears in red wine. I picked this because on the surface it seems pretty simple, and I got a lot on my plate right now. Let's kick it off with the ingredients we need. 1 bottle or 1 liter of red wine. I got port wine. Why? Because I have a friend who's a sommelier. She's amazing. A cup of white sugar, 4 pears, 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns, 1 cinnamon stick, 3 pieces of star anise, 1 bay leaf. It calls for juniper berries. Could not find juniper berries at the local New Jersey supermarket. I'm using thyme. I saw that was a sub. See if it tastes good and hopefully not like a roasted chicken. And I'm gonna add a little kick to this with mascarpone cheese, heavy cream, and sugar, and a little vanilla, of course, as well. I'm saying the ingredients before I get cooking here. Let me know what you think about me kind of announcing everything in the beginning. I want you to see why I'm getting the ingredients. Grab Bourdain's book down in the description. It's gonna look a little cleaner than mine. Let's make this thing. First, with peeling these pears and slicing them in half. This is gonna add some unique pinstriping. There we have 1 pear nicely skinned up. This is with the, oh gosh, this is with the cheese. This is with the pinstripes. So let's try one without the pinstripes. This is way better, much cleaner. Doesn't seem to damage the flesh as much either. All trimmed up. The short strokes bruised up this pear for purely aesthetic purposes. I'm gonna give 1 more go around just to make them cleaner and a little more shapely, and getting any pieces I may have missed. Cut these in half lengthwise. I'm putting my hair back because I just washed it. It's getting out of control. Just trying to line up that with this and then slice her straight down the middle. Okay. From here, I'm gonna make the decision to melon ball out and also get out the stem area. Just gonna take the melon baller, place it over the seeds, press it in, and go around town. There it is. Press it down with your thumb, get an edge in, bang. Grab yourself a melon baller and just zen out. The seeds actually have a small percentage of cyanide in them. Okay, so get the paring knife, just go in and get that tip out. Carefully slide in there. And then the other way, slide it in. A lot of innuendos in this episode. In a large pot, we're gonna bring the wine and the sugar to a boil. It is essential to always sample the wine, well known among, geez Louise. What the okay. This is well known among every wine person. Ooh, that's like candy. Come up to a boil. We're gonna let that hang out for 5 minutes. This is a good time for some Tony talk. Working through his cook's tour, episode 4. He's in Vietnam still. He goes on the river in the Mekong. I really liked this one section. They prepare a duck. What they do is just prepare the whole duck in clay, put it over a fire.
Not a lot of technique here.
It's like a beautiful family experience. It's 5 people working on it.
And they have Bourdain even carve it. Mildly emotional watching it.
First, I need another plate to put this on.
I don't know if that's how they usually cut it. They'll probably be talking about this for a while.
Maybe it's just a sense of community. It's Bourdain being part of that community and knowing he's no longer here. All of his cook's tour is free on YouTube. I have it linked down below. From here, we reduce the heat to a simmer, add our spices, pears, cover, and let it hang out for 30 minutes or until the pears get nice and tender. While that's doing its thing, we can make our whipped mascarpone cream. Now you can whisk this stuff or use the beaters. I don't have the willpower nor muscle mass to whisk this by hand. Whisk attachment, make sure it's on. In our bowl, we're gonna add the heavy cream. Lock her up, whisk her up until there are thick peaks, very thick peaks, like pretty densely thick peaks. So that has been about like a minute of whisking. Still want it a little firmer. Probably overbeat that, but whatever. Get this ish off into a separate bowl. Mascarpone cheese, which has kind of been brought to room temperature. Pop that boy in there. Vanilla. I don't think you can go over with vanilla. Nice and whipped up, kind of frosting-y. And then from here, we fold back in the whippy cream. Softly mix this. You don't want to overbeat this, John. To me, that looks great. That looks nice and light. Sample, Oh yeah. Tastes like vanilla ice cream, minus like that denseness. It's been 30 minutes. Let's check on the pears. Yep. I'd say that's pretty penetratable. Now we remove the pears from the heat and let them chill out and cool down. I can already tell if I were to let these pears sit, they're not going to have a nice syrup. Go with my gut here again. Take out the pears, let that sauce simmer down a little bit until it gets a little more thick and viscous, because I don't want it to taste like wine too. I want it to be deep and rich. Hey, as you can see, after boiling it down, much more viscous. So let's do this thing, montage. I went a little overboard with the plating, but time to try this thing. The feature apparently in all of my videos, my sister.
And with her completed paint by number.
It actually looks really good in that.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks like a photograph.
They're all the same. They all have the mascarpone cheese.
First impressions, plating, exceptional. Whoa.
Pretty good, nice and simple.
Divine.
Divine.
Yeah, like I could eat a pear by itself, so pear and sugar, pretty good. From divine to divine, darling. It's divine, darling. Would I make this? Yes.
I would definitely do some type of like mascarpone cheese or ice cream or whipped cream, because it's super tart and the cream kind of cuts it big time.
Tastes like the pie filling
Yeah, it
of a
does
little
too.
pear pie.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for showing Momo.
You're welcome.
Thank you for spending your time with me. Try this out. This was Back to Bourdain.
You stay organized, you clean up after yourself, you do the best you can.
I'm a little overboard with the plating, but
I'm back.
yeah, that for Rachel for Christmas actually. 19 Christmases ago.
No comment.